Another way of creating passive income is by brokering the hourly work of others. This is the line of business I use to create the bulk of my wealth with Aspiritech. If you can charge your clients $200 per hour, then pay your workers $50 per hour, everyone will be happy. Those sorts of rates for business-to-business sales are quite modest, actually. Yet $50 per hour for a wage worker is a six-figure income. Many people would compete for that job and be happy to have it. That's what you're going for as a broker of other people's work. You want to charge clients what the market will bear and pay workers what is considered a great wage so that both sides feel like they are being treated well. Then you want to manage your team effectively so that you over-deliver on your clients' expectations while providing occasional bonuses to staff. Again, over-delivering on your promises to them. This is a formula for success if you are brokering in an industry you know well enough so that you can hire the right people for each project and effectively convince clients to hire your company to fulfill their needs. You need to know what you're talking about. And you need to feel comfortable doing sales. While you can hire a sales team at some point, at first it's going to come down to you as the founder to get things rolling. No one's going to know what you're trying to create to differentiate yourself in the market the way you will until you've done it long enough to be able to teach someone else the ins and outs of how sales need to be done in your company. For me, I had a natural knack for sales because it feels like playing a game to me. Each yes was a score. Each no was assigned to go for a walk or play with the dog. That's because I work the easy way. If I was doing it the hard way, each no would be assigned to try a few more calls. Either way, if you enjoy the game of closing a deal and can keep at it until you get to the yeses, you're able to make money at sales. Now, you may not be able to sell for someone else. I never could. I don't have that much passion for making other people rich, and I can't stand having a boss who tells me how they want me to do things. So I can only do well at sales when I know I get the lion's share of each deal and that I can approach it my way, which does in fact involve lots of time lying in a hammock, hiking in the hills, and playing with my dog. I got my start having the technical expertise needed to broker and staff business-to-business projects by getting certified in a CRM system called Salesforce. At the time, I was making $23 per hour. Within 3 months of getting certified, two things happened. First, I was able to negotiate my hourly wage up to $30 per hour where I worked at the time. And then, 2 months later, I was contacted by another company that had seen me on a list of certified CRM specialists and wanted to hire me to implement a different CRM for their clients. Though I didn't know that other CRM, they figured that if I could learn one, they could teach me any other, and they were right. So I left for this new position working from home for $60 per hour as an at-will employee. Eventually, I got my hourly wage up to $75 per hour working as an independent contractor for another company, one that ultimately laid me off. But it was only once I launched my own company, Aspiritech, that my income truly soared into millionaire creating levels. At one point, I had 7 different people working for me full-time, and my profit on every hour each of them was working was $150. Do the math on that. I was making about $40,000 per week, and my expenses were pretty much just an internet connection. Even my phone was a free VoIP system. Of course, I had to manage the project administratively, including managing the project manager. My company was still too small to hire others to do all the things that fell to me. So I was working probably 20 hours a week, which for the way I live is a lot. But it allowed me to amass the money I needed to make still more investments that have allowed me to continue diversifying my holdings and shoring up my foundation as someone who will remain wealthy despite the inevitable twists and turns of the economy in the coming decades. The primary points I want you to learn from my example is that you need 1. Some sort of technical expertise in the field you intend to broker in, 2. The ability to enjoy doing sales and not be demoralized by it, and 3. The ability to manage people effectively. If you have those traits, all you really need is a website and a phone. I used Harvest to manage my staff hours and bill my clients. I used DocuSign to send contracts. They wired the money into my account or mailed it to my company P.O. box, which I also paid for. These really were my only expenses, so money shouldn't hold you back if this is the sort of work you are a good fit for. But you aren't going to be completely living off passive income. This is active income that is simply amplified many times over by the work of many others. You can make millions in this business, but you should definitely invest at least some of that money into other approaches to wealth building that are truly passive, so that you are able to someday make great money no matter what you are spending your time doing. At this point, I mostly refer Aspiritech projects on to some friends of mine who own a similar company, accepting a 10% referral fee for myself. I only do projects I'm really excited about, usually because it's for a nonprofit that I really want to help. And since I have developed other investments with profit from Aspiritech, I don't need to wring every dollar I could get out of it just because I need the money. Setting yourself up for the freedom to choose is definitely part of the millionaire way.